Right, let's get this Assetto Corsa Competizione going then. See how we get on today. Basically, I don't normally use YouTube videos, but today... Hello. Oh, yeah, the cameras are working. Oh, it's a bit dodgy lighting, but we'll do. I don't normally make these YouTube videos, but I've finally found a way, after owning the Assetto Corsa Competizione for months, of how to actually make it feel like I can drive okay in it. And so I thought I'd make this video and share it with some other people, because I imagine there's lots of other people in this situation. So yeah, spread the love and see how, give you something to try at least, and see how you find these settings and see if it takes away the knockiness. Basically I just felt like it was going light in corners. And oh, hello Troy. Oh, he's back in the house. What a legend. Straight in. Yeah, it was getting light in the corners, and it just felt like the front wheel nuts were loose on the car, which when you're driving a GT car at speed, you don't want to feel like the front wheel nuts are loose. So Logitech's notorious for being a bit knocky, so I found some settings that fix that. So yeah, let's fire up Assetto and then we'll talk through them and then take it out for some test drives. So yeah, normally I don't stream on YouTube. I stream over on Facebook under my alias Ben Games, as you can see above. So if you're not following that, then get on there, and there's lots more gaming content and Warzone and all sorts on there. Bit of variety, bit of old Command and Conquer, just general game stuff. But here I'm trying to keep to settings and stuff. So yeah, let's go through this today and see how we get on. See if we can improve some people's experiences of this game, because it's a shame to think loads of people got into it, you know, probably bought their first wheel, first sim get racing proper sim title out on console. Admittedly, it had a shady start with a 30 frames per second. You know, they've improved that. It's at 60 now, especially on the Ps4 Pro. The experience is good. So can we get the Logitech feeling right? You know, imagine buying this and this is your first wheel, your first experience. I'll be horrified. And I looked up the settings and I went on the Coach Dave, the official Assetto Corsa Competizione Coach Dave website, and that gives you settings for the G29 but only for PC. And I tried those and it made it feel so bad, it was painful. So I went on a bit of a mission for a couple of hours and fiddled around with a few things, and now I'm pretty happy with them. But if you've got any improvements, then stick a comment. And if you like these settings, then stick a like on this, and maybe even a subscribe if you want to, and a bell icon. Hit the bell if you want to keep up with future videos. So I'm going to do more settings videos for the Logitech G29, because I think I'm pretty good at setting these up. So see what you think. Right, let's rock with it. Let's go. Let's launch this up. Send it. Hello Troy, how are we then? Are we good? I hope you're good, mate. I've got some right beaner on the go. It's time for some GT3, boy. I'm moving this light because this makes the camera look even worse, to be honest. It's horrendous. Right, that's a lot better. Make it from a bit dark. Version 15.4 at the moment then. That's where we're at. Real engine. Get this camera pointing a bit better. Yep, that'll do. GT3. Oh mate, yeah, that's absolutely fucking devastated here, man. It's like, yeah, no words as a man, no words. Absolutely rubbish. Oh. Especially like these times as well at the round, everyone needs like a bit of an outlet and that, and for something like that to happen, it's just fucking, yeah, it's a massive kick in the nuts. Everyone, yeah, thoughts go out to his family and his close friends, man. I mean, I wasn't that close to him, man, but the boy was a legend, so yeah. Crap news, not a good year. have to smash some jungle out and get some. We need to send me some music, man. We need to play more jungle. Right, let's get into these settings then. So how did I actually have this set up? I can't really remember. Steering wheel, this is the first thing. Don't do the wireless controller settings because they won't help. So then try and navigate to the force feedback, and you want to put your gain on the 50%. That's where you want to start. Minimum force, you want to wank that up all the way to 12%. Dynamic dampening, now you want to stick that all the way down to 3%. You want to trust me on this one. You know, maybe 2 if you still get a bit of knock-in, 2 or 3. That's super sensitive, that. Some tracks you might find, like I was testing this on the Australian track, what's the one up and over the Dipper? Oh my god, that's embarrassing, I can't remember the name. Mount Panorama. And so I think I've got it set right, but if you do still get a bit of knock-in, 1, 2, 3% on that, that's fine. Same with the minimum force as well. 12 feels pretty good on that, to be honest. But you might want to go up to 13, down to 11, but give or take a couple, these are pretty good. Now steer lock, depends on what car you want to use. Normally, for most cars, I use 540. Unless I'm driving the Porsche, where I use 640. So we're going to start on the normal one. So this is the settings that I recommend normally is 540. Steer scale 100. Brake linearity. Steering linearity at 1. And then your brake gamma up to 1.3. And that compensates for the brake pedal on the G29 a lot. So those are the settings there. You want to copy them up. And if you want my control bindings as well, then I've got shift up as R, shift down as L1, ignition as R3. So this one down here. Let me put the wheel cam on as well. Let me be able to see. Where's the wheel cam? Right. So I've got ignition as R3 down here. Why does it say start as unassigned? It doesn't look good. That shouldn't be unassigned. Well, just make sure that that is actually assigned to L2. This one. The limit is L3. Toggle wiper, cycle wipers unassigned. I'm sure I had that as R2. I'll set that back up there. Yep. Cycle wiper I don't have assigned at the moment. Next dash page is right on the D-pad. Previous dash page left button on the D-pad. Cycle secondary display I've got up button on the D-pad. Increase traction control I've got this red clockwise. Decrease traction control dial anti-clockwise. Increase ABS and decrease ABS. Increase and decrease ABS I've got on these two up and down buttons. And cycle light stages I've got X, flash as square for flashing people out of the way, enable rain light as circle, and down on the D-pad is cycle cameras, and triangle is look back, and enter in the middle there is cycle your head-up display. I think that's all I've got assigned. Yeah, that's it. So let me just make sure that we've got that all saved. Yeah, that should do. So I've got one for McLaren and one for the normal one, but it doesn't really matter. I know to change it up. So yeah, these are the settings we're going for. Hopefully you could actually see all that and it wasn't too rubbish. Imagine you could see all that. Right, so let's jump into it. And yeah, definitely Troy mate, definitely need to do some serious jungle sets. I've got the green screen set up now as well, so I've got my new YouTube channel going with some music on it as well under Wallertime Recordings. So if you're into your drum and bass, then search in the search bar on YouTube, Wallertime, WALLATIME, Wallertime Recordings. Lots of green screen drum bass up there. I'm gonna get a bit more variety on it soon, but start with the drums and bass. Right, let's test these settings out then. See if we can get anywhere. Let's get a hot lap in. I don't feel like brands again. I want to get used to it. I've only just unlocked the European tracks, so I might have a go on one of these. Where are the new ones? Oh, here we go. Laguna Seca I don't think I've even done yet. And it's got a nice dippy bit in it as well. Or Suzuka or Kailami. I don't know Kailami. Let's get a Laguna Seca. And we're going to be using, I think I'm going to take the Bentley around Laguna Seca. Hot lap. We're going for hot lap. We go for a hot stint. Go for a quick 15-minute hot stint. We'll see how good we get in 15 minutes. Right, so my realism is set to pro. Damage is on 100. Tyre fuel consumption's enabled. Tyre set's limited. Brake temperature enabled. Penalties enabled. Assist I've got on pro. All manual for everything. Stability control off. Ideal line hidden. Yada yada yada. The track status is optimum. Dynamic weather is off. Weather is clear. We're in the Bentley. WeatherTech Raceway. Laguna Seca. Hot lap. Let's send it. Hopefully we've got everything sorted. So yeah, these settings are pretty good. But anything that feels a bit more like the Porsche Cup car, I definitely recommend cranking the steering angle up to 640, and maybe the same like some of the McLarens and the rear engine cars. But for the front engine rear wheel drive, 540 feels good to me. That's just how I like to drive it. It's a bit personal preference, but anything between 540 and 640 should be pretty good across most of the cars. So yeah, let's go with some Assetto Corsa goodness. See if the cameras are all working. Yeah, all looks good to me. Set up. I think we'll just go straight in with the aggressive, because that's the way to go, isn't it? It's the fastest setup. That's what we want. Let's go. So, ignition, starter, into first, rev it up. Rev it up, drop the clutch, don't stall it. Legend. Now I haven't driven Laguna Seca in a while, so this could be interesting, especially considering I've never driven it on this game, but we'll give it a go. See how we get on. Got to put these settings to test, haven't we? Already I can feel little undulations in the road and that, but I mean the force feedback is quite light, but it's detailed now, whereas before I had no detail. All I had was pain before. I didn't enjoy this game at all. I did because I had it on PC, or I have it on PC, and play quite a lot on PC. And I know that the force feedback on PC is decent, even with the Logitech. And the settings you use are completely different on the PC as well. So I knew there must be a way somehow to get it feeling good on the PlayStation, so this is like a couple of hours work. So if you do test these, I hope you appreciate the work that went into it, and I hope it helps you out, because I really enjoy this now. Especially with the brake gamma changed as well. First lap then. Easy made it round. Before with my old settings, I can't guarantee I would have even made it round the first lap, if I'm honest. Now on this I just feel like way more natural. Feel like the Logitech's given me enough information to tell me what's going on. It's not too weak. It's still a bit notchy, but oh, there we go. Oh, we finally. Oh, we've done one lap. So yeah, not too bad. Let's return to the garage to fix the car. Let's have a look at the setup. How was our tyre pressures then? PSI hot. Normally find that we need. We'll just stick another half a PSI in each of the tyres. Tyre at the rear's quite high. Let's take that down to 0.1. And the toe at the front I'm just going to knock down to 0.9. TC will knock back to 2 now and 3 for ABS. And the front brakes, I'll probably put the ones that warm up faster but don't last as long, but unless you're racing for like an hour, that should be fine. And the rest should be okay. Right, that should be a little bit improved setup. Just watch the tyre pressures now. We'll go out for another, might get another lap in if I don't crash. See how we get on. Yeah, 126. Last one. Oh, wide out of that corner. A little wibble coming out of that, but easily corrected with these settings. Just about felt it going. Yeah, tyres, or that rear left tyre is going to get too hot, I can tell that now. Let's see how we get on. The rest of the tyres are about right. Oh, a bit late into that time. Lost some serious time down the dipper. Feels pretty stable mid-corner now. Or unless I hit the curbs. Oh, I broke way too late into that last corner. Right, let's try flying. Things nice and warm now. Oh, I shifted up way too early. Didn't mean to do that. Missed the apex by about a fortnight there. Third gear, bit of a let off. Power out. Just got to get used to the amount this car turns. Start braking less and less into each corner. Oh my god. Need to really start turning out the corners as well, with a bit more confidence. Still broke too late for that. I need to brake harder for that. Okay, the car feels pretty stable through there. I know there's quite a lot of elevation change on this track, so that's the one thing you just don't get in sim racing, is the experience of elevation change. Until you go VR, there's no real way a flat screen ever gives you that true feeling of elevation change. VR does. It's amazing. Makes your stomach go if you're doing rallying. The original Dirt in VR for the PS. Oh my god, I'm talking too much. Original Dirt VR game on PS4 is my favourite virtual reality racing game ever, I think. That thing is so much fun. That's what I didn't want to do. Upset the suspension halfway through that corner. Right, I'm going to try and just go gear lower. Be a bit more aggressive. Instead of being a bit of a passenger, try and actually drive the car a little bit. Find out where it's starting to over rotate, or just brake way too late. Whatever's clever. Yeah, it definitely feels like the little bits of where you go out of control now I can definitely catch. The tyre temps are actually really good. So maybe a good rule of thumb is just get the aggressive preset and just stick half a PSI on if you're running on optimum condition track anyway. Might have to adjust that depending on how green the track is or how weathered it is or the track temperature and the weather. At the moment we're running on a green fast track in the warm, so it seemed like good pressures to me. Oh no, just a bit of understeer coming out there. Expected a little bit too much of the old car there. I kind of feel like I want to stick the traction control up to 3, just so I can give it more through the dipper. Let me try that. Just notching the old TC up to 3. If you include a certain amount of TC in your setup on these GT3 cars, you can definitely find a lot of time. Means I can just lean on the brakes a bit harder there. That felt a lot better actually. Need to be going into second for that, I think. If I can stay in third it would be faster, but while I'm getting used to it I don't think that's going to be a possibility. I need to get on the power earlier into that corner. Carry more speed into that corner. I'll actually turn at the right point. That wasn't too bad. Awesome racetrack, Laguna Seca though. Definitely one of my faves. Or GT Sport Classic for me. I've done 100 online races on this on GT Sport. And that's one thing as well, coming from GT Sport, I really like GT Sport. Like, for the matchmaking online and the force feedback in it's decent as well. I know people say it's not a sim racing game, but you get a lot closer racing on that game than you do a lot of sim racing titles, so if it's actual competitive racing that you're after, especially with console, if you're watching this and you're on console, you're not playing GT Sport with the G29, like, I was hooked on that for like a year. I think I'm about a B rated driver, I think my DR's like 25,000 or something like that, just on my way up to becoming an A rated, but I deleted it the other day, man, because I was like, no, I just lost too long in GT Sport. Way too long. Too many hours. But I do think it's definitely one of the best entrances into using a wheel and getting used to setting up a wheel. Because it's so easy. There's not a lot of options in GT Sport, and there doesn't need to be, because it just generally feels good. You can tell the difference between different cars, the way they drive. You can do a lot on GT Sport. The rallying's a bit questionable, but I've driven worse on proper rally games. It covers such a wide range of cars as well. And the VR option as well, if you are a bit of a PS4 VR whore like me. GT Sport is definitely a must have a go at VR. I love going through my garage contents in VR and just taking different cars out for a drive. Especially some of the tracks in VR in GT Sport are some of the best fictional tracks on any game ever. They always have been. Trial Mountain Circuit. I mean, name a more iconic combination than trial mountain circuit and the Escudo just for a rip. You know, GT Sport is never to be sniffed at as a racing title. I'm just kind of following my ghost like half a second behind it, hoping that I improved, but it doesn't seem to be happening. Maybe I'll find some pace eventually. That's how much time you lose just chatting, I reckon. Getting there though, pretty solid laps. And that's the other thing about setting up the force feedback. You can't drive reliably if you don't know what your car's doing. Like I've set probably faster times than I was doing now with my settings I had before, and I put my girlfriend Emma on doing a lap with these settings, and she made it round one lap. That's pretty slow, but she made it round. I put it back on the settings that I was racing with, and she couldn't even make it round the first corner without just wiggling. And even I could see from her movement watching her play it just wasn't set up right. So I definitely think that these settings are a massive improvement on a lot of the settings that I've seen scribbled on the internet. And this is as of, you know, October 2020 as well, or November 2020. So, nice and up-to-date video. So yeah, I hope these settings help some people out. I'm really enjoying this now. I could lap around here for quite a while. Trying to get my track medals up as well at the moment, 'cause I don't know if I've got all the track medals for this circuit. Which means I think I've got to do like 4 laps at pace without going off. Right, we're getting pretty comfy now. Let's try and push it a little bit. Tyre pressures are good. Oh, that's a bit quicker. I feel like I could have carried a bit more speed through there. It's not too bad. Right. I only knocked 2 tenths off my time, but it's 2 tenths. Oh, and that's 2 tenths off this lap. Right, let's try and push it a little bit and see if we can drive a little bit beyond our skill level. See how the car reacts. Loosen up a little bit. Try and get a little bit less tense. Try and find some natural talent somewhere. There's the natural talent. Famous last words, isn't it? Yeah, pretty good. Right, let's do... I think we should jump into a race. Yeah, you like that? You like the last corner there, Troy? Beast. Yeah, that's what happens if you start to push on a set. You just got to build it up, build it up, build it up. Yeah, it's good fun. Good fun. Right. Yeah, much better on that last corner. Absolutely love that. Let's do a race. Game mode. Quick race. Let's just bang a 10-minute. See how many overtakes we can get in 10 minutes. And opponent skill, let's put them on 95. There's no Saab Assetto pack, Troy. There is for the original Assetto Corsa, but loads of Saabs for that. Take those around the Nürburgring. I normally take the old Alphas as well around the Nürburgring, like the touring car eras and the Nissan Primera as well. That's a favourite Nürburgring favourite of mine, just for the reatage. Right, opponent skill 95, opponent aggressiveness 50. That seems good. Yeah, let's go here. Let's just go. Send it. Let's go and do a race at Laguna Seca. First time ever. 10-minute race. What's that, 5-6 laps? Setup. Aggressive. Now we have the toe. Stick that. Still at about 0.8. 0.1 at the rear. I should have actually saved the setup. Electronics, TC, I think I had on 3 in the end, didn't I? ABS on 3, something like that. Front brakes 1 and 1. And that was it, I think. Oh, and half a PSI. And all these, apart from this one, which probably only wants a couple of clicks. That one's a little bit hot if I remember right. Although it did level out, so I'll do it 3 clicks. Something like that. How do we save that? Preset name. Seca. So Seca. Yeah, that'll do it. Right, where's the horn of luck? That's what we need. Squeak the horn of luck. Let's go. See how we get on in a race against the cabbers.
Green light. Go, go, go.
Where's everyone else? Why are we on hot lap? Is this for like position or something? I'm sure I selected race, didn't I? Maybe this is position. Where's my favourite dash? Yeah, the Bentley dash. Oh, whoa. Missed that apex by a country mile. That's the line, don't at me. That isn't. Not too bad. I'll take that. Oh, I was gonna hit that massive sausage then and just die. And that one. Thought I was just gonna sausage and smash out of it. Oh my god, I stopped. That is not the quickest line through there. I'll take that, 125. So what are we doing here anyway? I thought we were in a race. Continue, return to garage. Yeah, I want to leave and do race. Is it in a race? Hot lap. Quick race. There we go. Right, this one should be a bit better. Might you be in a race now? He gets a bonus in the Bentley. So yeah, if you like this sort of random streaming, chilling, chatting nonsense, then make sure you check out my Ben Games page on Facebook. Lots of streaming stuff on that, and that's normally where I upload most of my content. Big ups if you're watching this on YouTube. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you like the setup. I hope it looks funky fresh, so you can enjoy a bit of the racing. Is my setup right, or no? Really? Oh no, we did save it. Load. There we go. Setup actually paid off. I felt that setup was pretty good. The front end could still do with a bit of work just to get the turn in right, but this is much my driving at the moment than the setup, so I don't want to mess around. Right, so here we go then. Cheeky 10-minute race against the AI. 95% AI, Laguna Seca. See what they've got in store for me this time. Starting 20th. 20-minute race we've gone for. Okay, it's probably a better time anyway. By the time everyone gets spaced out. The tyres are going to be so cold after the start. God, I'm all the way around the dipper. So yeah, this is definitely the best GT3 racing simulator, Assetto Corsa Competizione. GT3 and GT4 is your thing. There's a new GT4 upgrade pack as well out now, which I haven't got. Because GT3s are definitely my thing. Well, I've only got 1.3 litres of fuel. That has to be an area. It wouldn't be me out here 1 litre of fuel, would it?
Car on the left. Meter on the left.
Probably would.
Car on the left. Meter on the left.
For the train. The GT3 train. Nearly died there. And we've run out of fuel. Right, we need more fuel in it. Who'd have thought? You set that fuel level. Oh yeah, 2 litres. Nice one. It's at 50 in it. Should see us through. So that's not a good setup to use then, the no fuel strategy. Right, let's get this going. Hopefully we've got everything set up this time.
Stay double file.
Fingers crossed for a clean race. Laguna Seca in the Bentley. 95% AI difficulty, 50% aggressiveness. Using a bit of custom setup. My first race on Laguna Seca. I'm using the fixed Logitech G29 force feedback settings in the start of the video if you missed them. Yeah, this game feels much more enjoyable now I've got it all set up. Tyres are going to be so cold here starting.
Green line. Go, go, go.
Right, starting 20th. See what we can do from here. 20 minutes to make good.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Cold tyres. Not expecting a lot of grip from these cold tyres. BM right up my chuff. To get the Bentley up to speed. I'm running a bit of a weird line on the first lap. Getting used to the amount of fuel that's now in the car. Completely upsetting the balance that I set out for. So I just blocked the car behind me temporarily. Have to get out of these corners faster. I'm gonna hold the inside here. BM's looking aggressive behind. Just can't get it turned in with this fuel.
Car on the right.
Need to burn off some fuel for this setup to work. Just drive better. Oh no, not the curbage. I hit the sausage. I hit a GTR. It didn't go well. It didn't go well. Yeah, that is Assetto Corsa Gold. That is completely my fault. I'm just rubbish. But yeah, I love it. Love the Assetto Corsa settings now. And we're doing a lot more of this, a lot more racing on this. Yeah, give the settings a go, see what you think. Smash a like and subscribe on the channel if you like this. And you want to see more of this sort of stuff. Let me know that this is the kind of content you want to see. Obviously not me crashing, but just me doing the little setup videos. So that's me been going for about an hour now, so I'm just going to leave you with that. And catch you in another one. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. That's pretty rubbish driving, but I hope it looks alright. I'll go back and check the quality as well, make sure the audio and everything's come out crispy. And yeah, look forward to doing some more in the future maybe, as it's always good fun. Do you like the old YouTubes? Well, yep, thank you very much anyway. If you've been watching, have some footage of my feet before you go. Good old pedal cam. And I'll catch you in another one. Peace out.